Alright, hey guys and gals, Brian here with Team Mana Beast doing a deck profile over my Mordred Phantom Dragruler Shadow Paladin deck, which is so good, so fun. So let's get right into it. I am starting off still with Creeping Dark Goat. Now, I know a lot of people start with Rune Bow. I do have Rune Bow in this deck, or Judge Bow, I'm sorry. Thinking old Shadow Paladins. I do have Judge Bow in this deck, but I usually run Creeping Dark Goat as my starter. Why? Because I do want to see my break right first. I do want to get to my grade 3, and I absolutely love grade 3 searchers. They're probably one of my favorite cards. Most people are going to run a Judge Bow to start with. If you do, that's just fine. That's usually the other way it's ran. I tech it in. I'll show you how I run the deck and why I run it the way I do. But we'll just start in here. Creeping Dark Goat, you know how it goes. Kind of plus 1, look at top 5 search for grade 3. Normal stuff here. Alright, moving on to the grade 3s, we are going to run 4 of the aforementioned break ride, which is Mordred Phantom. You all know how this works. You break ride a Shadow Paladin on top of it, counterblast 1, search your deck for a card that's grade 2 or below, call it to rear guard, and counterblast 1 to do that to give it plus 10k, and then that unit gets 5k that it just called out. Its other effect is when this unit attacks Vanguard, it gets plus 2k into the battle, so it hits cross rights all by its lonesome. You know, it's Mordred Phantom. What else is there to know? But the new card here is Dragruler Phantom, which is the cross right for the deck. So its a big ability is limit break 4, counterblast 1. Choose 2 rear guards with the Revenger in its card name and retire them. This unit gets plus 10k until the end of turn. And then what you do is, if the number of cards in your opponent's damage zone is 4 or less, choose one of your opponent's Vanguards and deal 1 damage. They do perform a damage check, so triggers do apply. But this is just a way to be like, cool, you take a damage. You don't want to, take a damage. You just take it up to 5. And then, of course, if this has Mordred Phantom in the soul, it gets plus 2k permanently, continuously. This is really what the deck revolves around. It revolves around doing damage to your opponent without them even wanting. Like, they take it. You don't want to take it too bad. You take it. So this card is really great. It can take your opponent from 3 to 5 damage very quickly in the matter of 1 turn. But you wouldn't do that. That'd be bad. You want to meter this, please. Boys and girls, meter this card. Don't overuse it. Don't overuse it. And by God, don't run stands, please. Please don't be bad. Don't be bad. Grade 2s, we still do run 4 Blaster Dark Revenger. This card here, of course, hits the field, counterblast 2, and retire any of your opponent's units in the front row. However, in this variant, we actually do not use Blaster Dark Revenger for the retiring effect that much. We might a little bit, but not that much. This is actually just going to be used for counterblast management with our break ride and with Dorant, because we want to use our counterblast for Dragruler to deal a damage. So we'll kind of show you how this works. That's why in this deck it runs a little bit differently. We are also running 4 12k attackers because, you know, 12k attackers, they're still good, they're still viable, and you still want to run them. They're a good thing. Run them, love them, hug them. The other grade 2s we run are 3 mana from the new set, which this card is just stupid amazing. Its ability is when this hits the field, you can search your deck for 1 grade 1 or lower Revenger, call it behind this unit, and at the end of turn it goes back to the bottom of the deck. But just for free. For free. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Which gets us into the next part, which is our grade 1s, and I'll talk about grade 1s that work good with mana here. For instance, we could call out this card, which I run 2 of, which is the Shadow Lancer. This card states when it hits the field, I can discard a 3 and look in my deck for a Mordred Phantom for the break ride. So it helps to deck then. Even if that's the other thing too. If I got a Mordred Phantom in hand, I'll throw it away and get another Mordred Phantom. Why? Because I'm deck thinning. That's what Revengers do. Plus, mana allows me to get this skill off, and then at the end of the turn it goes to the bottom of the deck. And I'm okay with that, because it allowed me to search this deck quickly for a card I needed to get me to my optimum ride. So 2 of those. We're also running 2 of these, which are Dark Bond Trumpeter. It's the grade 1. Hits the field, counterblast 1, search your deck for 1 grade 0 and call to rest. Why do I run Dark Bond? Well, not only because we retire a lot, not only because we do some other things, but I will show you where one of my grade 1 slots went, and that went to Blood Out, a Judge Bow, OP. Like, seriously, one of the most OP cards in the game. It's so freaking good, especially with a new rule change now. Its effect is when this attack hits, if it boosts a unit with Phantom in its name, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to 2 Grade 1 Shadow Paladins and call them to rest and shuffle your deck. This hits anything, doesn't have to hit Vanguard. So if you're just like, cool, attack that rear guard, boosted by a Mordred, 18 to your rear guard, please throw down 15k love for 2 to pass. And it just puts an amazing amount of pressure. Plus it can be called out by this. And that's why I take one of them in. If I get it, just a nice bonus. I like it a lot. And then what I'll do is, usually on that turn, if I were to have this, the best one is to usually put this into Soul, and then I can tech, at this point, since I tech some other grade 1s, I also tech one of the special booster, which is Soul Blast 1, it boosts the Phantom. It gets +4, it gets +6 until the end of turn, and a 10k attacker. I only tech one of each because I can call these out with my other cards like Mana or with my Judge Bow. So that's really why I only take a couple of those in for the rest of my other grade 1s. Other grade 1s, of course, are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 perfect guards. No quintet walls. The deck really thins nicely, and I don't want to deck out. I could very easily deck out, so I don't want to run any of those. So I'm going to run 4 of those. And then I only run a total of 3 Dorant, not 4. Because again, I can call out with Judge Bow, because usually the play I'll do will be put Judge Bow in and call this and another grade 1 out, so that I can automatically have my play set up for my Blaster Darks or my Break Ride. So I don't really need to run 3 because I'm able to fish them out of the deck so easily, which is nice. Trigger-wise, we're going to run ourselves here, boop, 4 heals, because heals. We are going to run 4 draw, which these are also targets I will use in-game with a Dark Bond, because if I don't really want to draw and I still want to thin my deck and have units to retire with Mordred Phantom's ability, then I'll want to do that. And then we're running a total of 1, 2, 3, 4. And then say it with me, boys and girls. 5, 6, 7, 8. Crits. Because crits are a thing. They do damage. They hurt your butt. The other thing with this deck, which is nice, is that even if they are at 5 damage, you can still activate the first effect, which is to give this unit plus 10,000. Retire 2 by counterblasting 1. Even though they don't take a damage because they're at 5, you still get plus 10k. So late game, when you really need to boost up and really need to hit for big numbers, you can use that and punch them in the face. So anyway, that was my deck profile. Hope you all enjoyed it. As always, please rate, subscribe, comment, give us love, show us love, share us to the world. And as always, we appreciate you fine people. Talk to you guys next time.